Did you come out of MRCOG Part 1 exam thinking what just happened? You're not alone. Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sanansari, an obstetrician and a gynecologist. In today's video, I'll explain how MRCOG Part 1 exam is marked, why this attempt felt unusually difficult, what actually happens when papers are tough, whether difficulty affects pass rate, what you should do now, pass or fail. If you have written MRCOG Part 1 exam recently, watch till the end. This will calm your nerves. Let's start with the basics. Part 1 consists of two papers. Each paper is 100 single best answers, so total 200 questions. There is no negative marking and every question carries equal weight. Now the most asked question, how is MRCOG Part 1 actually marked? So there is no fixed percentage like 50% or 60%. MRCOG uses statistical standard setting, meaning your performance is judged against a pre-decided standard and not against other candidates directly. Before the exam, experts estimate how a minimally competent candidate would perform. So this sets a pass threshold. After the exam, if paper is difficult, the pass mark is adjusted downwards. If easier, it may go slightly up. So difficulty is already accounted for. There is no negative marking, so for wrong answers or unattempted answers, you are marked 0. This is why guessing is encouraged. Also, paper-wise performance matters. You must perform adequately overall. Extremely poor performance in one paper can pull you down. This time, MRCOG Part 1 was difficult. Many candidates felt questions were vague, options were very close, there were less recall and more conceptual and application-based questions. There was unexpected integration of basic and clinical sciences. So why did this happen? There is shift towards clinical application. MRCOG is moving away from pure memory to testing, understanding and decision making. For example, they are not just testing the drug of choice, but mechanism along with contraindication and clinical scenario. Also, there is integration along subjects. Anatomy with OBS, physiology with CTG, pharma with pregnancy safety. This feels difficult even for well-prepared students. And one more reason, because now candidates are better prepared. As preparation resources improve, exam is difficult to maintain the standards. So does a difficult paper means lower pass rate? Not necessarily. If the exam is difficult for everyone, the pass mark is lowered. Borderline candidates may still pass. Difficult paper often lead to similar or even slightly higher pass rates. This happened with me also when I gave my MRCOG Part 2 exam in 2021. I also felt the same, but I passed. So if you felt I didn't know many questions, I guessed a lot, that does not automatically mean failure. Now addressing some common myths. Everyone else did better than me. Reality is most candidates feel the same. I failed because I guessed too much. Guessing is expected and built into scoring. Paper was unfair, so difficulty does not mean being unfair. It's a part of standardization. So what you should do now? If you think you might pass, do nothing. Avoid over-analysis. Don't discuss answer keys. If you think you might fail, remember many successful candidates passed on second attempt. Use this attempt to identify weak areas, improve exam technique, focus on concepts. If this MRCOG Part 1 felt difficult, you're not alone. One exam does not define your capability as a doctor. Trust the process, trust your preparation, trust yourself. If you wrote MRCOG Part 1 recently, comment tough. If you found it difficult, comment okay if you felt it was manageable. See you in the next video.